Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Rock's Staubus Gym in Clovis, New Mexico. It's time for Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball from Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports. Today's game is proudly brought to you by Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, get your Napa know-how, General Welding Supply, the First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, Knoll Pharmacy, and Devon Energy. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Thank you so much for being a part of our first ever video stream cast tonight. And thanks to Robert Areola and also to Coach Baca here at Clovis for letting us set up and do this from the road, where that may or may not happen for every game. So she's Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. As we get ready for this one, Dawn, fast and furious, but we are here and we are ready.
Yes, we are here, and the teams seem really happy to be here. We understand, of course, that most of the girls a little disappointed in how their year and season has been, but they're so thrilled to actually be playing, not just be conditioning, not just being doing drill skills and practicing, but actually here for competition against, real opponents. So we're happy to be here along with them and giving you the call tonight. This is Lovington's very first game, of course. Now, after tonight, they move on and will play next on Thursday at Eunice. But they would love to go into that night with a win notched against these Clovis Lady Wildcats. One thing's for sure, when we say Lady Wildcats, we're going to be correct. They're both the Lady Cats. It's just a matter of is it blue or is it purple. So we'll be making the call, and of course, enhanced with the video this time around. So this is a real first. We're happy that you're joining us. You can see the entire court and the scoreboard. And we are going to be, in just about 2 minutes, we will be starting this volleyball match.
Well, we certainly will, and it's great to have you with us tonight. Wherever you are watching on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, please give us a like there. Also on HobbsAmerica.com. So, yeah, looking pretty good on the video right now. Of course, we'll be running the scoreboard and everything else through that, and it's been over a year since these girls have played, Dawn.
It has been, and let's run down the list of players for you at the roster for our Lovington Lady Cats. Number 1 is Anahi Sepulveda. She's a defense specialist. Number 2, wearing jersey 2, Tess Hernandez, also a defense specialist. 3 is Avery Marquez, a defensive specialist. 4 is Kelsey Villarreal, a defense specialist, an outside hitter and opposing hitter. Number 5, Odyssey Ortiz, who is a right side hitter and a defense specialist. Amber Borunda is an outside hitter. Myra Castro, a right side hitter, setter, and outside hitter. Riley Dunlap is your middle hitter and middle blocker, generally your tallest player. Aubrey Aranda is your outside hitter and defensive specialist and a right side hitter. Annalie Chavarria is a setter and a right side hitter. And Jasmine Preciado is a setter. So that's your roster for our Lovington Lady Cats. Really quickly, going through Clovis, your jersey number 1 is Kiara Cox, number 2, Cameron Barros, number 3, Cameron Kelly, 4 is Trinity Clemens, 5 is Janelle Macias, 6 is Casey Cabaldou, 9 is Ella Howelt, 11 is Tabitha Gallegos, 14 is Milia Ratledge, 15 is Hannah Gallegos, 18 is Katie Ratledge, 21 is Allison Arias, 25 is Skylar Jordan. The co-captains for Clovis are Cameron Kelly and Tabitha Gallegos, and your middle blockers will be Cox, Cabaldou, and Ratledge, Milia Ratledge. So the buzzer has sounded, and the girls are coming off the court, getting ready for the teams and the starters to take their positions.
Helps if I turn my mic on. Too much going on behind the scenes as we get ready for this one. Of course, we've got to say a big thank you to everybody who makes all of this possible, and we could not do that without the great help and support of our friends at Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, General Welding Supply, the First American Bank, Lovington Schools, Knoll Pharmacy, and Devon Energy.
And
we will just leave it here for the national anthem.
All right.
right, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem as we.
Well, they
I
almost.
was going to say we
almost
almost got
had
an extra.
encore. Yeah, an extra one. All right, so these Lovington varsity and Clovis varsity players, they're going to play a best of 5 sets tonight. They had a 20-minute warm-up period after the JV game, and the Clovis Lady Cats JV defeated Lovington 2 sets to nothing. The JVs play a best of 3. The players are being announced on the court. And you might notice that we sound a little bit muffled. We're going to do our best to project through the masks. We are maintaining the COVID-19 distance and safety requirements, and everybody in the gym, everybody is wearing a mask. And the players and the bench players, the chairs are all spaced out, as you've gotten accustomed to seeing with professional sports on TV. And there are no spectators allowed. This was one of the rules when it was deemed that the high school sports could resume. And that rule is going to be in effect, we think, for at least a couple of months. So probably through the football, the volleyball, and possibly through the basketball seasons. So that is why we're very happy to be here bringing you the audio stream of this game in case you're listening only. But if you're able to watch the video, you can do that. You can go to YouTube, to Lovington Sports, to that channel, and watch the video. And of course, you're hearing it on the live stream, and you can click through that, link through that through hobbsamerica.com.
Yep, lots of ways. Also, of course, as you mentioned, hobbsamerica.com. There is a link on all of our station apps. Of course, after tonight, the Lovington Lady Cats will move on, and we will have a Lee County battle on Thursday night from Eunice, as the Lady Cats will take on the Lady Cards. Of course, they're in action tonight against Tatum, so Lee County teams in action tonight, to be sure. Now, this Clovis team actually got underway last night, Dawn, as they lost to Artesia 3-1 in their opening match. So they've, been out there for at least a day, one match.
Right.
This will be the Lady Cats' first one.
And I know the Lady Cats are anxious, and they may have, some first game jitters to work through. Maybe not. They may just be so ready to play. And I think all of the athletes and all of the disciplines are just anxious to get out on the courts and on the fields and have real competition and have something to show for their athletic seasons and years. And we're happy. It certainly looks like everybody is ready here. Excitement running high. You can hear the music in the background. We will begin the first of a best of 5 sets. Those each one is played to 25 points. Whichever team reaches 25 first wins that set. Or they have to win by at least 2 points, and there's no ceiling on that, so they can just keep going until one of the teams wins by 2 points. And then they move on to the next set. If it's necessary to go to that final 5th set, it will be a 15-point set, or the first team to get to 15 and win by 2. And that's how it will be decided tonight. So we will be keeping track of the action, bringing that to you here. We say a big thank you again to all of our sponsors. We have a great sales crew and team who were able to get out, line up sponsors, and those sponsors were eager and anxious to be sponsoring and to be putting their money and their support behind the Lovington teams, both the boys and the girls and all the sports. So big thank you to those who are making it happen and making that possible. And again, to the Lovington, Robert Ariola, so helpful even as we got here. Very helpful in finding chairs and table and things for us to be able to set up and to bring this to you. So we hope that you're watching, you're listening, and getting ready as both the teams are out on the court right now. They've had the introductions, and I think we're just about ready to get underway with the play.
Well, I think so. Definitely looking forward to this one. You will not hear any commercials during this matchup. We'll be doing that on our own tonight. Technology has already bitten us for the first time tonight.
All right.
But we will have those going forward, and we thank all of our sponsors who make it possible. Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric, also Lovington Auto, General Welding, First American Bank, the Lovington Schools, Knoll Pharmacy, and also Devon Energy. So again, thank you for watching tonight. Be sure you subscribe on YouTube, which you can, of course, watch on your smart TV or on your cable system that has YouTube enabled. Just search Lovington Sports. You'll see the Wildcat logo. Give us a subscription. We would certainly appreciate that. And, of course, you can be able to watch on HobbsAmerica.com. We will not be able to do all of the road games as far as the video goes, but we will bring you all of them that we can, and we'll have the audio for you at least of every single ball game.
All right, out on the court for Lovington, you have Odyssey Ortiz, you have Myra Castro, and another, I can't see the player turned. I think that's Rod Dunlap getting ready. She's your middle hitter, middle blocker. And in the second row, you've got Amber Barunda, and let's see, trying to catch jersey numbers here. Jasmine Preciado looks like she's back and is lined up to serve first.
So Lovington will serve.
Lovington is serving. Serves up, and it's received, put up, spiked, and out of play. Tess Hernandez just could not handle that. That was a nice fiery serve there by Preciado. So 1 point, Lovington draws first blood here in this first set. She serves. And up, received. The set is up, Clovis, and the kill, it's blocked at the net. It looked like Dunlap blocked that.
Great job by Dunlap.
Yeah.
She anticipated where that ball was going to come over from the setup on the other side by Ella Howitt and made a great play and was in the right place at the right time. And, they're going to say that there was a violation,
there was
so
a
it's 1-1.
I think it was center court violation. She stepped on the line under the net. So Clovis serving, it was returned, then Clovis set up for the kill, and it fell to the floor. Lovington just couldn't get there in time.
As Tabitha Gallegos came through and off of the set by Barrios, was just in the right place, right time. Lady Cats not able to get to it and cycle around.
2-1, Clovis in the lead. There's the serve, a hot serve by number 11, Gallegos, Tabitha Gallegos, and again, just Lovington could not handle that. So up 3-1 now, Clovis over Lovington.
Coach Savannah Stockton barking out some instructions as the
Gallegos
Lady Cats are down 3-1.
With another serve, a net serve. It goes over there. It's returned by Ortiz, and it's side out.
So another
4-1.
point.
Yeah, another point.
4-0 run right now for the Clovis Wildcats, Lady Wildcats.
Lovington drew first blood, but that's the only point they've scored so far. Clovis has come roaring back. Gallegos to serve once again as she fires one over, and that is put up by Barunda. Then there's a set by Riley Dunlap, and a point for Lovington. Nice floater. It just kind of fell in the backcourt, and Clovis could not get to that. So 4-2 right now. Clovis still leading, but Lovington has the ball, and Castro will be serving. The serve is up, the set for Clovis, and Dunlap gets over the net again. No violation this time. She's able to just put her fingertips and just dink it right back over the net. So here come the Lady Cats of Lovington, 4-3. Lovington is serving. And it's up. Clovis with the set and the attempted kill, just a floater, and it was good. Odyssey Ortiz fell to her knees. She was trying hard for it, but it fell, and that means Clovis gets the ball back. 5-3 lead. Going back, I think there was just some discussion. That ball came in from out of bounds, and now it's going to be Hannah Gallegos with the serve for Clovis over the net. It's up, a set, and a kill by Barunda. It's returned by Clovis and then blocked. That was number 6. That was Cabaldou who blocked that. Clovis gets the ball back. It is 6-3. Clovis in the lead. Gallegos with the serve and the return, and a set over by Ortiz. And then a nice floater, but
looked like it went out.
It looked like it went out of bounds, though.
Yep, just hit it a little bit far. So 7-3 now in favor of Clovis.
Amber Barunda hitting that just a little hard. Gallegos with the serve, and the set is up by Preciado. 7. Barunda tries to go in for the kill, and again out of bounds. Just a little too strong. So Clovis with an 8-3 lead, and there's a timeout. It's a 1-minute timeout. Of course.
And while we've got a moment, we'll say a big thank you to all of the good folks who make Wildcat and Lady Cat sports possible, from Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports. Bob's Thriftway, your hometown grocery store in Lovington. Be sure you stop by and see the good folks at Bob's Thriftway. Also, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, serving Lee County and Lovington for all these many years, keeping the lights on, doing a great job. Also, Lovington Auto Supply. Get the Napa know-how at Lovington Auto Supply. Also got to say a big thank you to our friends at General Welding. For all of your welding and industrial needs, go see the good folks at General Welding. 2 locations in Hobbs and Lovington. General Welding Supply, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats.
And right now, you've got Capeldew with a kill, and Tabitha Gallegos with an ace for Clovis in the lead 8-3, with Gallegos serving to Lovington. And with a set and going in for the kill, Barunda, and she gets it.
And
too hot for Clovis to take care of. So that's 8-4.
And a great job by Amber, right place as she came up and then just rammed it home and said, nope, all right, time to get us back into this one.
So score a kill for Barunda, her first of the game. It gives the ball back to the Lady Cats of Lovington with the serve, and coming in with a kill is number 5, Macias for Clovis.
And for Clovis, one thing that I'm really noticing is that right now Barrios is in the right place at the right time. She's anticipating and getting it up and letting her teammates set it up and slam it home.
Clovis gets Gallegos back with the serve, floats over the net, and setting it up is Ortiz. Sets it over the net. Clovis has got it. They pass it over, and here comes another set from Presidio, and going in for the kill, but it's blocked by Clovis with another set and a kill attempt, and that one by Ratledge. Katie Ratledge is too much. Still a good effort over there. Preciado trying to get to that, just could not.
Yeah, doing everything she could to get to it, and that one actually could have been over a little bit sooner, but Gallegos returning it when if she'd let it go, it would have gone out.
That was the longest rally so far of this set. Gallegos serving for Clovis over the net, popped up by Barunda, and Presidio with a set. Oh, and it falls. Just a nice little fingertip dink right over the net. Sometimes it doesn't take a strong kill to serve a point. Over the net and on the floor is good enough.
Well, it is. She saw Cox going up and getting ready to just hammer it home if she put any more on that. So nice touch to get it in and give Lovington the serve back.
So Lovington will serve, and going back will be Chavarria. She serves over the net, and Clovis has got it. A high set going in for the kill. It was to the net, blocked by Lovington, but stays alive. And then the kill again. The attempt it's by 7. I'm not showing a number 7 for Clovis.
Yeah, I'm not either. So we're not sure who that is,
not
but
sure who
just managed to get it through. So
did. So 11-5. Clovis is leading, and we have a different server now for Clovis, and it is a Presidio who puts it up, sets it up, and now Clovis with an attempted kill, but putting it back up, Chavarria. The rally keeps going back over to Clovis with a set and the attempted kill. Oh, and a great dig. That was a great dig back, and it kept the rally going, but it did finally hit the ground, and that's going to be a Clovis point. But that dig, I can't see, I think that was Marquez, Avery Marquez. Yeah. So it didn't end up with a Lovington point, but it really was a nice play.
Well, it certainly was.
Clovis, again, with the serve. It's dug out by Presidio. Keeps the rally going over the net to Clovis. A high set, and looking to kill Barros. Oh, and the point is for
And that'll be on us, because right into the net was
yes.
that number 7, who we don't have on our roster.
We don't have on the roster. So
but it'll give Lovington the point and the serve back.
Gave it a try, but blocked at the net by Lovington. That is Barunda serving. Barunda serves over the net. Clovis returns, and nice. Tried to save a kill. It went high on the return, but that was a rocket.
It was, and right to the backboards, which are up.
That was number 1, Kiara Cox for for Clovis.
Yeah, they set Cox up for that one, and she slammed it home.
did.
Barunda was right there, though, to block it. Just caught it a little bit high up the arms and knocked it up into the basketball goals.
I was watching Clovis warm up, and she stood out as really their hardest, heaviest hitter during the warm-ups. Clovis will serve over the net. Oh, and it just sneaks in. It was, she slid in there. Lovington Marquez, Avery Marquez tried to dig that out, just ran out of court. So Clovis with a point, 14-6 is your score in the first set. Clovis is leading. Clovis is serving. And I can't catch her number, who's back serving for Clovis right now. Over the net and return. Borunda hits it. A nice set. And Castro going in for the kill. She hits it, but out of bounds. So Clovis with the point, 15-6 in this first set. Clovis will retain service. And I really wish I could get the jersey number.
That's number 9.
Number 9. All right, that is
Howalt.
Howalt.
No, that was actually number 6 right there, Cable to.
All right. And that was
another point for
ace.
Clovis.
Yeah,
Yep, aced it in.
So that is
the Clovis getting closer and closer to the 25. They're going to need to win this one.
Yeah, they're up by 10 on this. First team to 25 to win at least by 2 points. There was just not really a timeout, just some questions about and a stray ball on the court, I think. Clovis with the serve. Lovington returning and putting it over the net. Presidio finding an open spot on the floor and just putting that in.
And doing a nice job getting that past a diving Tess Hernandez right there to get it home, and that'll give Lovington the service back.
Lovington down by 7 on this, if they can mount a comeback. And serving back for Lovington is number 1, Anahi Sepulveda. Clovis with the dig, the set. Cox puts it over. Lovington keeping the rally alive. Oh, and just a little too much Wheaties. That was Kelsey Villarreal with a nice hit back across the net, but just a little too hard, went out of bounds. So 17-7 is your score. I think there's a timeout.
And yep, we are going to have a timeout, so we will, of course, keep it right here. You got to love the technical difficulties, but say a big thank you to all the folks who make Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Sports possible, from Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports, including the First American Bank in Lovington. Go see David Campbell and his great staff at the First American Bank for all of your banking needs in Lovington. The good folks at First American Bank run in front. Also a big thanks to the good folks at the Lovington Schools, providing a great education for all of the children in Lovington. Lovington Schools, a proud supporter of Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Athletics. Also Knoll Pharmacy for all of your pharmacy needs. No need to go to the big store anywhere in town. Knoll Pharmacy right there in Lovington. Also Devon Energy, proud supporters of Lee County Youth.
Back in action. Clovis is serving. That's Barros with the ball. And it is returned. There's an upset and attempted kill, but Barros dug it out. And then a nice hot ball coming back over the net from Macias, and Lovington just couldn't get there and dig it out.
And Barros is just all over. She is knocking it out. She has saved probably 5 points here in this first set for the Clovis team.
Definitely a quick player. She serves again, and Lovington able to save it, puts it up. Preciado gets a handle on it, but it was a double hit. So that, of course, is an immediate point for the other team. And Clovis keeps serve.
Yep, keep serve with Clovis. So
Barros.
Lovington needs to find a way back into this one.
Barros serving. And then there's a nice set by Chavarria, and then attempted kill by Lovington. And did it stay in bounds? Out of bounds. That's been the story so far. Lovington is able to rally. They're keeping their hands on the ball for the most part, but they're making a lot of unforced errors, hitting the ball out of bounds. So Barros with another serve. And return nicely by Borunda, goes back over the net, and then it's just too much for Sepulveda to handle.
And I think just in the wrong spot is getting a little bit too much on that when it snuck over, and that let Clovis come over and knock it home. You're right, just too many errors here in this first set for the Lady Cats.
So Clovis with 21-7 lead, and the serve by Barros. Lovington able to get a third hit on this and a set, a floater over the net, but a nice set ready for the kill. That setup was just too easy for Clovis. Odyssey Ortiz picking her spot on the floor and slamming it home. The Lady Cats.
That was Gallegos, actually, I think.
Okay.
Number 11?
I thought it was Ortiz, number 5. It's a point any way you score it.
Yeah, any way you score it.
and it was against
Odyssey
Lovington.
Ortiz is on ours. So.
Yeah, 20.
She's one of our Cats.
Yeah, exactly.
That would
that
be
was
Janelle
Macias.
Macias.
Right,
Okay.
Macias for Clovis.
But we do get it back, and we did get another point as we were trying to figure out which roster we were looking at.
21-8 is your score. Lovington. Presidio is serving, and it goes over to Clovis. The kill attempt, and it's dug out by Barunda. Barunda comes up, and there's the set, and Sepulveda putting the ball back over, but again goes out of bounds. So 22-8 your score, Clovis.
So Lovington now just 3 points away from going down a set in this best of 5.
Clovis will be serving. That is Gallegos back. 22-8, Clovis leading. And it's a net serve, so that's an immediate point for Lovington.
And it will give Lovington the serve back.
22-9 now. If Lovington could mount just a bit of a rally here, come back, at least slow Clovis down, slow their momentum down. And the serve over to Clovis, and Clovis really couldn't handle that. They tried to set that up, but it went out of bounds, off of their hands. I believe that was Rutledge over there. Lovington with the serve. Clovis returning, sets it up for the kill. Presidio gets a hand on it, sets it up. Now a little floater return over the net by Lovington, and here comes a kill attempt. Oh, it comes over. I believe that was Cable Dew. It was hot, and Lovington trying to save that. I believe that was Castro trying to get under that, maybe for a pancake, but could not get it. So side out, and Clovis just a couple of points away from getting to that 25 mark. 23-10 is the lead. Clovis is serving. Here it comes, and it's dug out, and then Dunlap puts it over the net, and it falls.
It does, and that will give Lovington the point.
I think that was
nope,
it
you're
was
right.
a net. It was a violation, a center court violation under the net.
So now
and
for set
Clovis
point.
It's Presidio returns, puts it up, and still up in the air for Clovis. Kill attempt. It is dug out and saved by Lovington. Sent back over. Now high set. A nice little floater by Clovis over, and just tell you what, that was a ball spinning up in the air, and as much as Riley Dunlap could try to get to that, and also Ortiz at the net, they just couldn't get that. So the 25-10 is the score, and Clovis wins that first set.
So that'll put us into set number 2. The Lovington Lady Cats go down by 1 set. Well, we've got a moment. Say a big thank you to our friends at Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, General Welding, the First American Bank of Lovington, Lovington Schools, Knoll Pharmacy, and Devon Energy. Don't forget, we'll be back with you on Tuesday night from the gym in Eunice, a Lee County matchup. Of course, those games on right now. Understand maybe there's a little technical difficulty going on with the Eunice feed down there, but the Tatum feed should be live, and so hopefully they'll get that figured out. Hopefully we're doing okay here. And yes, I am talking through a mask. I got a text from Evie a minute ago and said, it sounds like you're wearing a mask. Yes,
well,
I am. We are required to.
Yes, we are.
Here in the gyms, everybody has their masks on.
And
so
that's even when we are broadcasting.
Yep,
so.
and on Friday night on Z94, KZOR, football returns as the Ruidoso Warriors come into town, and we will have that game for you on Z94 KZOR and also streamcasting on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on HobbsAmerica.com. Then Saturday, more Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball. We'll have our home opener on Saturday, and also Lovington Soccer on Saturday, too. So we are going to be busy folks over the next little bit.
We certainly will. In that first set, by the way, Amber Barunda had 1 kill, and Myra Castro had an ace. Those were the standout plays in that first set for Lovington. And in that first set, it was Cox with 1 kill. It was Casey Cabeldew with 4 kills. And number 11, Tabitha Gallegos, had an ace and a kill for Clovis. We've had 2 timeouts, and the first set score again was 25-10 in favor of Clovis. We'll go to the second set. This is a best of 5 sets for varsity. And there is a 3-minute intermission between each set. We have about 48 seconds left in this one before play resumes. And again, this is a first action for our Lovington Lady Cats, getting out on the floor against a real opponent. And how many games are they scheduled to play for Lovington for their season?
I believe it's 12. I'm working on tech shooting in the background, troubleshooting over but I believe it's a dozen before the playoffs, and we'll have to check. I'm not sure they've still figured out for sure how they're going to do the playoffs.
Right.
It may just be the district champions in each district.
Listen, a lot of things have been in flux and changing, not just day by day, but sometimes, within a day, as far as procedures, as far as plans and schedules. And we're doing the best we can. We know that all the teams are also doing the best they can to keep up with all the changes. Roll with the punches and moving forward. So we're getting ready to start this second set. You're listening to Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball on HobbsAmerica.com and watching on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Clovis will have the ball to serve starting the second set. Tabitha Gallegos is back behind the line for Clovis, and a hot serve. It is a return handled. The setup is over the net for Lovington. Clovis handling that, and a big kill, but it's returned by Preciado, but Clovis able to keep handling that. Nice fingertip setup with Preciado setting up, trying to get Castro for the kill, but blocked by Clovis, coming right back over the net. So the Clovis drawing first blood in this second set. And still Gallegos to serve. And it is handled by Aranda, set up for Dunlap, and then over the net by Castro. But Clovis has it, able to return, and still a nice rally going. Lovington able to get this third hit back over the net. That was Sepulveda with it. Now the return coming, and it hits the antenna, so that's automatic point for the Lady Cats of Lovington. 1-1 in this second set now, and that means that Lovington will have the serve. Back for the serve is Myra Castro. She has an ace in this game so far. Castro serving it, and Batos with the return. Back over the net by Dunlap. Clovis digs it out. Nice little fingertip up setup there. Clovis manages to keep it in the air, keep it alive. There's the kill shot, dug out nicely by Lovington and returned over the net. Long rally, a setup by Clovis, a little fingertip dink over the net for Clovis, and it just fell right where the Lady Wildcats of Lovington were not. So a long rally, hard-fought point there. It goes to Clovis, though. 2-1 is your score in this second set. And the serve goes back over to Clovis. We'll have a different server now. Over Lovington with the return. Presidio setting it up. And the attempted kill by Barunda. And she does. That's her second kill of the game. Barunda, yes. And a point for the Lovington Lady Cats. They even it up 2-2 now in the second period. And they get service back. And going back to serve for Lovington is number 3, Marquez. Clovis with the return, the setup, the kill attempt, dug out by Marquez. Now Presidio with the set, and it falls out of bounds. So a nice attempted return by Lovington, but a point for Clovis. They get the ball back. They get service back. And going back to serve is going to be number 5, Macias for Clovis. I believe that's Macias. The serve, it is dug out by Barunda, set up. Castro with it back over the net. Oh, and a nice play. Cox put her hands up, and there was nobody behind her to be able to pick that back up. So a nice soft point. Nicely done by Lovington. They've evened it up again. And it's Aubrey Aranda going back to serve for Lovington, 3-3, tied up in the second set. Aranda with the serve over the net's out of bounds, though. Automatic point, and gives the service back over to Clovis. They lead 4-3. It's hard. It's hard to know that you've tied it up and make an unforced error, get an out of bounds serve. Lovington able to return this one. Presidio with the setup. Barunda with the kill. And nicely played. Barunda had time to place that shot and see that Barros was not going to be able to slide over in time to dig that out. So tied back up. Lovington and Clovis at 4 apiece. Lovington will get the ball back, and it'll be Barunda back to serve. She's got 3 kills now for Lovington. Nice serve. Barros gets her hands on it. The set up, the attempted kill. Oh, and it was just a little much to the left of Avery Marquez. Marquez tried for it, but couldn't get her hands on the ball. Couldn't dig it out. So 5-4. Clovis going up by point. Clovis will have the serve, and serving for Clovis will be Macias. Macias with the serve. And hit, returned by Hernandez. Presidio with the set. Barunda with the attempted kill, but it's a net. It goes into the net. So point for Clovis, and Clovis will get the ball to serve. Macias still serving for Clovis. 6-4 your score, Clovis leading. And the serve goes over to Barunda. Barunda gets a set, tries and gets it back over the net. Now Clovis with the attempted kill. Oh, nice dig, though, back for Lovington with a good rally. Clovis going in for the kill, and right there between the first and second row, it just falls into the court. Nobody could get to that. So another point for Clovis on a 3-0 roll here. Clovis with an ace serve for Macias. And that is, yes, that's right. So first ace for Macias. 8-4 your score, Clovis leading. Macias serves. It's going to be Marquez who digs it back out. Lovington sends it back over to the net. And now Cox with a little fingertip push over it. Nice rally. Lovington keeping it going. Clovis able to take that. And going for the kill is Gallegos, who put way too much Wheaties on it. Put it way out of bounds. So that will be a point for Lovington. 8-5. Clovis leading. Lovington with the ball. And going back to serve, it is Sepulveda. Dug out by Clovis. Set it up for Cox. Cox tries the little soft dink over the net, but it goes into the net, and a point for Lovington instead. 8-6 now. Lovington with a bit of a comeback. They've still got some life in them. They lost the first set, but Sepulveda going back to serve, and Clovis manages to keep that up in the air. Cox is going to set it over the net. Presidio setting it up for Dunlap, who sends it over, but it goes, I believe it goes under the net instead. It did. So the point to Clovis. 9-6 now. Going back to service. Barros for Clovis. She has a hot serve, but Lovington able to get a hand on it. Oh, and then Barunda really wanted to send that back over the net, and instead went into the net. So Clovis 10, Lovington 6. Barros with the serve. And a net serve. Automatic point for Lovington.
And it gives them the service back, which is even more important.
That's
down
right.
1-0 and down three points in this second set.
And that will be Presidio drifting back.
As Aubrey Aranda will check in.
And she will serve for Lovington. She was up serving first for Lovington when this game began. Oh, and a nice return by Clovis over the net, but Dunlap was waiting right there. Just put the strong hand up and killed it.
Good,
right over the net.
Good anticipation. We've seen that the way they've moved around like that a couple of times, so good anticipation for our Lady Cats.
And Presidio serving again. Clovis with the return. Oh, and it comes back over the net to Barunda. She goes down on one knee, tries to get a one hand on it and return it, but just not enough. So 11-8 now. Clovis still serving. An overhand serve. Oh, and an air ball. That was Aranda. Kind of just misjudged that, I think. It floated right by her and into the back court. So 12-8 your score. And Clovis is still serving. Over to Barunda. Pops it up straight up. Keeping it alive, though, and over on the right side, able to get it back over the net was Castro. Now Clovis going in for the kill and way out of bounds. I believe that was Gallegos. Tell about the Gallegos trying for the kill.
Yeah, a little bit too many.
That.
Yeah, a little bit too much on that one. It gives Lovington the service back.
And still just a 3-point game on this. Lovington with the serve. That's Castro. And Clovis able to return. And that is Gallegos with the set. Gets back over the net. Sepulveda with a hand on it. Sets up Riley Dunlap. She sends it over. Still Clovis able to dig that out. I don't know how they did that. But then not able to get that return back over the net. So another point for Lovington.
As Ratledge put it right into the net. But yeah, doing a nice job just to dig that one out and keep it alive.
Castro still serving for Lovington. 12-10. And Clovis returning that back over the net. Preciado giving it over to Sepulveda, setting on a soft little fingertip roll over, but Clovis anticipates that. And now an attempted kill, and it goes over, and I believe Preciado and Castro were both trying to get a hand on that. It went back instead of forward, so that's a point for Clovis. 13-10 your score. Clovis up by 3 in this second set. They won the first one. But Lovington fighting back, looking very good in this second set. They're looking a lot better, and they're not making as many unforced errors. Clovis with the serve. Barunda setting it up. Oh, and it was trying to get it back over the net was Sepulveda. Went into the net instead. 14-10, Clovis with a 4-point lead. Clovis will serve. It's up over the net. Barunda with the dig. No, that was Sepulveda with the dig, but it goes to the side, and nobody can get there in time before it's a side out.
Yeah, Riley Dunlap giving chase, but just not able to get there in time. So that'll make it, as you mentioned, 15-10. Clovis maintains the serve.
And serve is up over the net. It's Barunda with Presidio setting it up. Sepulveda getting it over the net. Oh, nice. It was well placed just inside the boundary line there, and that was just too much for Katie Ratledge to handle.
And almost looked like an oopsie right there, as it just kind of snuck over on almost just a defensive kind of hit. But hey, sometimes better lucky than good, and it got the point for us.
I think Ratledge was expecting it was going to go out of bounds, and she wasn't prepared for the return. So Lovington serving. Clovis ready, and attempted kill. It goes over. Oh, it was Barunda with a hand on it to partially block it, but not enough before it went out of bounds. Could not keep that in play. So Clovis 16, Lovington 11. Clovis serving over the net, and Castro with a hand on it gets it to Barunda, and then sends Marquez back over there. Oh, just not enough. She did an alley-oop behind her to try to get it over the net, just not enough. It fell just short. So another point for Clovis, 17-11. Clovis serving over the net, and it is Castro getting a hand on it, setting it up. Barunda sending it back over the net. Nice set by Clovis, and the attempted kill, it does land. Sliding in, trying to get that was Avery Marquez, just not able to get to it in time. So 18-11, we do have a timeout, and it's a 1-minute timeout. 18-11 is your score. Clovis leading Lovington, but Lovington putting up a good fight and a better showing in this second set than in that first one. I think there were some nerves in that first set. They really were making more unforced errors in that first set. They're playing a little bit more composed. They're actually having some time to work up some sets and kills that are working out for them. Their main enemy has just been themselves with a couple 3 unforced errors, bad serves at the wrong times, and Clovis has been able to capitalize on that and get some momentum going. So it's a 7-point game, but 7 points away from the end, so anything can happen. Lovington busy trying to regroup and come back. And if they can win this set, it would be one apiece. And that's what they want to do. They don't want to go two sets down in this best of 5. They want to come back, try to win this set. And it is Ratledge back to serve for Clovis. Castro digging it out, but it went up to the net. Presidio not able to turn around in time to get it back over the net. So another point for Clovis, 19-11 now. Clovis serving. Up and over. And Castro with the return, setting up for Preciado, and then sending it back over the net. Clovis able to keep that going. High set, spike, but returned by Preciado. Clovis tries it again, and a little soft one over the net, but ready for them. Barunda with a nice kill. Oh, and just out of bounds, I think.
Yeah,
Let's
I think
see.
it was going to,
it was
just out of bounds. Not even by a couple of feet, but just enough.
Yeah, so 20-11, your score. Clovis continuing to serve. It's up over the net, and Castro with a hand on it. Presidio with the set. Attempted kill by Barunda. Clovis is able to handle that, dig it, and come back with the return. And now Preciado again over the net. Oh, Clovis, it would have gone out of bounds, but they tried for the return. And this one comes back over the net and off the hands of Barunda.
Yeah, and just, kind of a bad break right there as Hannah Gallegos for Clovis. If she lets that one go, it's a sure point. They got it anyway, so no harm, no foul.
Clovis still serving. Oh, and it's an ace. That was an ace for Cable Dew. Just in between the rows, just
now a timeout. Now a timeout going to be taken. It's Clovis leading our Lady Cats right now, 22-11. She's Dawn Morgan with the call. I'm TJ Miracle, and Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball is proudly brought to you by the good folks at Devon Energy. Devon Energy supporting all of the students and athletes in Lee County. Knoll Pharmacy, no need to go to one of those big chain pharmacies. You've got a great pharmacy right there in Lovington, Knoll Pharmacy. Also the Lovington Schools, providing the best education for all of the children in the Lovington Municipal School District. Lovington Schools, proud to support the Lovington Cats and Lady Cats. Also the First American Bank of Lovington. David Campbell and his great crew at the First American Bank in downtown Lovington, proud supporters of Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball. For all your banking needs, see the good folks at the First American Bank in Lovington. I'm TJ Miracle, still doing tech support behind the scenes. I'll try and be more here as we continue on. As with the call, here's Dawn Morgan.
Casey Cabeldew is serving for Clovis. It's up over the net. Barunda has a hand on it, sets it up, comes back for the kill. She was set up by Sepulveda for that. And
just a little bit out of position as she went up and didn't quite judge the ball right and knocked it into the net.
Into the net instead of over the net, but still Clovis with another point, 23-11, the lead and the serve. This one goes over to Castro. Castro off to the right. She wasn't able to control that enough to set it for Marquez. That was what she was going to be trying to do, to either set up Marquez for it or Aranda.
So now Clovis serving for the set.
24-11 your score. Clovis setting. Oh, and goes out of bounds. And wisely, Lovington, it was great. Marquez turned around. Marquez and Castro they both turned around and looked at that, knew that was going to be long. So 24-12 your score. Lovington will get serve now. It is set point. Tess Hernandez is going to be serving for Lovington. Serve is over. Nice, crisp serve. Return, set up, and it falls out of bounds. So another point by Lovington.
Yeah, good job.
Clovis just misjudging that. I think they thought it was going to fall on the other side of the net, and they really didn't go for it. So serve by Lovington is up. Barros pops it up. Cox back over the net, and it's Preciado with a high set. Barunda trying to get to it, but it was blocked. Over the net came their number 7, and we don't have her on.
And we apologize
for it, but that was set point. So 25-12 was the second set score, 25-12. Clovis is up by 2 sets. It's best, or 3 of 5, best of 5 that is. Lovington needing to come back a little. They did play a much better set in that second set, all told.
Well, they certainly did, and so now the third set, got to win or you go home. And while we've got a moment, say a big thank you to all of the good folks who make Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball possible here on the Lovington Sports Channel, on YouTube.com, on HobbsAmerica.com, and on all of your devices. We couldn't do this without the help and support of the good folks over at Bob's Thriftway, your hometown grocery store right there in Lovington. Go see the good folks at Bob's. Great specials every week, great meat market, and more importantly, great folks who love the community. Go see the good folks at Bob's Thriftway. Also, the Lee County Electric Cooperative. Lee County Electric, serving Lovington and northern Lee County for many, many years and doing a fine job and supporting the community. Also, got to say a big thank you to our friends at Lovington Auto Supply. Get the Napa know-how from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, your hometown auto parts dealer. Lovington Auto Supply, get the Napa know-how, and General Welding. 2 locations, one in Lovington, one in Hobbs, to serve your industrial welding needs. The good folks at General Welding, they will take care of you and take care of you right. So don't forget, coming up on Thursday evening around 6 p.m., we will be back in the gym, and we will have more Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball for you as they travel down to Eunice to take on the Eunice Lady Cardinals. Of course, the Lady Cards playing Tatum tonight there at the Eunice gym. That's available on the Eunice and the Tatum YouTube channels. And, of course, we'll have it right here for you on Thursday night. Then on Friday night, football season gets back underway as the Lovington Wildcats hit the gridiron as they welcome in Ruidoso to Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. We'll be on the air around 6:45 or so, on air on Z94 KZOR for football, also right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. And then on Saturday, it'll be a doubleheader with Lovington Soccer and Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball, both. So we got a busy couple of days.
We do. As we get ready for this third set, Clovis up 2-0, and so far for your Lady Cats, Amber Barunda with 3 kills, Myra Castro with an ace, and Riley Dunlap with a kill. Going into this third set. And we had, I think, one of the coaches, I think the Lovington, I think that's Savannah Stockton, head coach for Lovington, out. I think maybe she has a scoring question going out to the referee as your 3-minute time period between sets expires. The buzzer got some kind of a question they're checking with the officials on. And
yeah, it looks like maybe they're checking.
I think they're checking maybe stats, or I don't think scoring is a question, but
I think it may be it's a substitution question.
Okay, and you know, the substituting is something that is part of the game, and it is controlled. There are substitutions, certain number that are allowed for different positions in and out, and that can result in a point if there is improper substitution going on. Then that can end up with points for the side that's not cited for that infraction. So still some sorting that out on the side of the court there. The players looking a little, I think they're just ready. They want to, especially, you know, Lovington, their engine is cranking. They're set to try to win this set. This is do or die time for Lovington. They've got to win this set to keep this match alive.
Yes, they certainly do, and you got to think they're going to fight to keep this going just as long as they can. I mean, they didn't come all the way up here to to get skunked. So this may be very well Lovington set. One thing I have noticed, Dawn, Clovis seems to play a much different game when Barrios is in that game. Of course, she's wears number 2 for Clovis, is in the white jersey. She kind of seems to be the spark plug in the middle for this Clovis team that really makes them work.
I think she really is, though. She really does control the pace of the game for them. I think she really is She is their setter. She is their all-around player. She's quick. She's good at the service line, but she's also really quick and able to create a lot of digs, and she is a spark plug for that team, I think. Cox is a powerful player, and then Clovis definitely has some height with their front line. Their outside hitter.
So here we go, set number 3. I'm TJ Miracle, and with the call, Dawn Morgan.
Preciado with the serve for Lovington, and unfortunately it's long. It just inside. They're going to say, no, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was right on the line,
All
so
right,
it is in, so Lovington gets the point.
That's right.
Well, now they're
saying no. So they put the point up, but then Clovis has got the
it
serve
goes
back.
So they just got it on the board wrong.
Preciado gets it to Barunda for the attempted kill, and that was out of bounds. So, again, good effort. Lovington able to get their hands on the ball a lot of times, but they're sending it long and for side outs. Clovis with the serve. Lovington with the hands on it. Riley Dunlap going up for the kill, and it's too much. Clovis cannot handle that. And they put it up 2 or 3 times, and nobody could. They were fighting for control. Nobody could get it up enough to return it back over the net. So Dunlap with good work there. It's a point for Lovington. 2-1. Clovis leads in this third set. And Clovis trying for a kill over there. That was Gallegos, but sends it into the net. And so, no, that was Ratledge. That was Melia Ratledge. Attempted kill goes into the net instead. Point for Lovington. They get the serve back. Castro with the serve. And Clovis with the return. Barros sends it back over the net. Preciado with the set. Barunda with the attempted kill. Barros sends it back. And then Barunda sends it back over the net. Nice kill. And she just really had the time to place that ball. So
yeah, it was in
the lead, and Lovington with the lead in this third set, 3-2. And the serve by Preciado. Clovis able to try to return, but Lovington gets a hand on it. Sending it back over the net is Dunlap. And then the set at the net. Attempted kill. Oh, it just falls over the net. That was Gallegos sending it back over. Either Gallegos or Cable do.
Yeah, well, I think both of them were in the neighborhood.
Fell in, and that means it's 3-3, all tied up in this third set.
As for Lovington, Preciado had actually backed off on that, thinking that it wasn't going to get over, but it just snuck over.
Just snuck over. So back to serve. Clovis sends it over. Sepulveda gets a hand over it. Preciado with a quick return right over the net, but it's handled. Barrios with the set and the spike attempt. Preciado keeps it alive for Lovington. Sepulveda with it back over the net. Barrios gets it up, and the set and the attempted kill. Oh, Myra Castro with a nice dig to keep it alive, and then it goes out of bounds. That was a great rally, though, for Lovington, showing a lot of poise under pressure. Unfortunately, the Lady Cats of Clovis will have the ball back, 4-3 the lead, and the serve over the net. Dunlap gets a hand up. Castro sends it back up and over the net. Oh, and it just missed going over the net. Dunlap trying to just send it up to try to get a set up for somebody at the front net. Nobody able to get there. So 5-3, Clovis serving over the net. Barunda digs it up. Sends it up. Preciado with the set. Sepulveda with the spike. Clovis able to keep it alive, though, sending it back over the net. Preciado setting. And Dunlap with a nice little soft fingertip dink over the net right between the rows for a nice point.
Well, and that was good because they were looking for the hot shot, and it kind of backed off expecting it.
It was a great little change-up, you might say. 5-4 now. Clovis up by 1, but Lovington is serving. Marquez with the serve. Clovis, and it falls over there. Oh, that's a point for Lovington.
It is, and that
was a double hit.
Great job there. Barunda once again got it and went basically face-to-face over there with Ratledge and won that battle and gets Lovington back into this one, tied at 5, and the service.
And the service by Castro up. Clovis keeps it alive at the net. Attempted spike. It does go. Oh, it hits the tape. It goes over the net, and that is makes it a fair ball, and unfortunately it falls to the court on Lovington's side, just despite it all. So a point for Clovis, 6-5, and the service back to Clovis. Barunda with contact. Preciado sets it up. Barunda with a kill, and it goes out of bounds. Still a hot hit, and Barunda trying to just get that in, but goes out of bounds. 7-5, Clovis up by 2, and service goes over. Castro with the return. Preciado sets it up. Oh, and it goes over the net, but Clovis keeping it alive, setting it up. Comes back over, digging it out. Preciado setting it up. Barunda with a soft one. Cox saves it, but Clovis not able to control and get it back over the net. So another point for Lovington. Lovington hanging tough in this third set. Down only by 1, 7-6 your score, and they get service back. There's a substitution in. 14 coming in, 13 coming out. So Chavarria coming in for Aranda. And going back to serve is Chavarria. Chavarria is a serves, and it's hot, but Clovis manages to keep it. Bados calls for it, sends it back over the net, and that is Marquez. And then putting it up, Preciado setting it up for Barunda. Barunda tries to send it in, but it goes on this side of the net. I think
she palmed it basically, like she was, not quite basketball yet, Amber.
Right. So unfortunately, a point for Clovis. They're only up by 2 in this third set. This is do or die set for Lovington. 8-6. Clovis is serving, and that is Macias serving. Lovington able to keep a hand on it, sending it back over the net is Chavarria. Clovis sends it back over, digging it up. Marquez pops it up. Then Chavarria pops it up, sending it over the net is Barunda. This is a long rally again. Oh, and it goes out of bounds. That was number 7 for Clovis, getting a hand on it, but sending it over the net out of bounds, and that means Lovington with a point.
And
8-7.
And again, we do not have a number 7 listed for
Clovis.
For this Clovis team.
But it is number 7 for Lovington. Barunda serving and keeping it alive. Lovington with Clovis with a pop-up. Lovington sending it back over the net, but a center court violation on number 5, Ortiz. She just couldn't. She stumbled through it, couldn't keep her momentum from falling forward.
Yeah, and just that's going to happen. So another error by the Lady Cats, but they've come out with much more fire in this third set, and they've managed to keep this one close. At one point tying it, at one point going up by a point.
Right.
So
and now down by 2 points, 9-7. Clovis is serving. That's Barunda with the dig, and that's Chavarria sending it back up. Lovington able to get it back over the net. And Clovis just having all kinds of heck trying to figure the spin on that one. And Clovis giving up the point to Lovington and the serve. It's going to come back over. It'll be Sepulveda serving for Lovington, 9-8. Just a 1-point lead by Clovis right now in this third set. Clovis won the first 2 sets. Lovington must win this to stay alive. Sepulveda with the serve. Clovis pops it up. A setup in the net for Cox. Cox sends it over. Oh, and Dunlap just can't handle it. Dunlap with the flat hand instead of putting it back up. So unfortunately.
Well, and it looked like there was a little English or something on that ball too, and she wasn't quite ready for the way it came in and the angle that it came off of Cox right there.
It hit her hand flat and just didn't go anywhere. It just spun off the side. So another point for Clovis. They're up by 2 now, 10-8. Clovis will be serving. That's Bados back, and there was a substitute as number 11 Gallegos coming out for Clovis. I didn't see who went in for her. Bados with a serve. It's a hot one, and the Lovington, that's Barunda, just couldn't control it. It ended up as a side out off to the left.
Good chase, though, by Castro to go out and at least try to get it.
Right.
So the hustle is still there. Lovington trails by 3. Need to break this serve.
Bados with the serve. Castro with a hand on it. Chavarria sets it up. Castro back over the net. Oh, and just not enough. So a point for Clovis. They've gone up 12-8 now in this third set. Still a lot of energy and a lot of fight in Lovington in this third set. Bados back to serve again. She slaps it over. And Castro just too hot. Castro trying to get her hands. She did get her hands on it, but just couldn't get it up. It went back
Well,
back
again, just
instead of forward.
a little
so.
bit out of position on that one as a timeout will be taken as Coach Stockton wants to gather up the troops and talk about things just a little bit. While we've got a moment, a big thank you to the good folks who make Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball possible this season here on the Lovington Sports Channel, on YouTube.com, also on HobbsAmerica.com, and through the apps for our various radio stations. Couldn't do this with our good folks at the First American Bank of Lovington. Of course, David Campbell, longtime friend of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. David Campbell and the good folks at First American Bank, they can handle all of your banking with ease and hometown friendliness right there in downtown Lovington. Also the Lovington Schools, providing the best education in Lee County for all of the students in Lovington Municipal Schools. Knoll Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy, and also Devon Energy, proud to support Lee County students and athletes. I'm TJ Miracle, back to the call. Here's Dawn Morgan.
And it is 13-8. This is the point for Lovington girls. They can't let this game get further down. Clovis is serving. That's Barros. Borunda with a hand on it, and Chavarria sets it up. Borunda sends it back over the net. Barros now with a setup and over the net. Now it was Ortiz sending it back for Lovington, and Dunlap with a nice little fingertip roll into the court.
Yeah,
but
just not
enough.
Right, they were just a little bit off kilter there. It looked like they wanted one thing and did something else.
Barros with the serve for Clovis, digging it out. Oh, a nice dig, and then Dunlap putting it back over the net. A kill coming up. Oh, and it was Sepulveda getting an arm on it, getting a hand on it, but it goes to side out to the right. It was just too hot to handle, but nice attempt. 15-8 now. Clovis with 7-point lead. Barros is serving. A little floater. And after she usually puts a lot of power into that serve, and instead she just kind of put a soft floater up there.
She did.
And it just caught Castro by surprise. She tried to get to it in time. Barros back with another serve. This one's a hot one. And Borunda looks like she tipped it.
Yep, she tipped it.
She did, and it went out of bounds.
That's what the official says.
Yep, and she caught her. The official could see that, and right at the last second, Borunda realized that it was long, and it was going to go long out of bounds. She tried to pull her hands back, just couldn't. So Barros with the serve, 17-8 your score. Clovis is leading. Over the net, digging it out. That was a nice dig, and Lovington able to keep it alive. Castro sending it back over the net. Barros now with a set up. Clovis, and a point for Lovington, as I believe
center court
violation. It was number 12, who we don't have. Again. She just got caught with her feet right underneath the net, right over the line.
I'm thinking maybe that's Allison Arias, but I don't swear to that. 12 instead of 21. That happens to me when I'm keyboarding.
A little bit of a rally here for Lovington. They need to switch the momentum. They need this. Preciado is back to serve for Lovington. 17-9. Preciado sending over the net. Barros digging it out. Setting up a nice kill shot, but Preciado handling that. She is able to keep it up in the air. Dunlap at the net just couldn't manage to get that back over. So unfortunately, a point.
Finally broke the serve.
Clovis.
Yeah, finally broke the serve from Barrios after 8 points. But yeah, now they're still trailing and just 6 points away from going home in straight sets.
I think that's Gallegos back to serve, and Lovington was able to return it, but Clovis ready at the net, sending one just spiking it right down into no man's land for Lovington. 19-9 is your score. 10-point lead by Clovis. Gallegos with the serve, and it goes wide to the right. So automatic point for Lovington. They get service back. And it's going to be Castro who comes back to serve for Lovington.
Going to be very important to get, I think, at least 5 points here, or this is going to be very dangerous.
They need to keep service and go on a roll, a scoring roll right here. It's over the net. Clovis trying for a stuff, and Dunlap just won't have it.
Yeah, Dunlap went up and went face-to-face, nose-to-nose,
up
18, top with Cable-Do.
Yeah, with, I thought it was Katie Ratledge.
Ratledge, yeah. I was seeing 6 and 18 both.
So another serve. Oh, and this one's going to be long. So, unfortunately, Castro with a long serve and gives that point right back. It's 20-11 now. Clovis is leading in this third set, leading 2-0. They will get service back, and that is Gallegos, who will be back to serve for Clovis. It's do or die time for Lovington. Barunda gets the serve, and Preciado sets it up for her. She sends it back over the net. Lovington Clovis keeping it alive. They send it back over. Sepulveda with a hand on it. They set up Dunlap. Dunlap tries for the kill, and Clovis won't have it. They get it back over the net. Dunlap again with the return. And here we go with another kill shot. This time Castro digs it. Then they get it to Dunlap, who sends it over, but it spins up and down instead of over the net.
Through all of that, Dunlap, you've got to look at it. Even though we lost the point, she was all over, and she slipped at one point and hit something as she was going about three different ways at once and kept that alive. Good play.
Nice rally. The serve from Clovis. Lovington working on it. Barunda going up for it, but it's blocked.
And I think at some point, because Clovis has keyed in on this, they know that they're going to Barunda over on that left side. She's going to try and spike it home. And maybe try and figure out something else back towards the middle.
Back to serve. Clovis sending it over. Castro gets a hand on it. Preciado setting it up. Sepulveda tries to get over the net. It falls short into the net. So 23-11, 2 points away from a Clovis win. 23-11. Clovis will be serving. 1 point away from set point and match point. Oh, and a long serve, and that's an unusual unforced error.
Unforced error, yeah.
That's Gallegos, who has been serving well for Clovis, and that was just long. So automatic point for Lovington. They buy a reprieve here, and going back to serve will be Castro for Lovington. 23-12 your score. Clovis leading. No, that is Marcus serving for Lovington. And Clovis returns. Oh, and a little floater that just nobody can get to on the left side. Clovis looking to sneak it right in there on the weak side for Lovington.
And so now that's going to mean match point here for Clovis.
24-12. Clovis serving for the match. Barunda gets it, sets it up. Oh, no. And I think there was miscommunication there among Lovington. So 25-12, 25-12 is your third set score. Clovis winning 3-0 over Lovington here at Rock Staubus Gym in Clovis. So they went down in straight sets, but a lot of fight and a lot of good things to work on. A lot of talent right there. You ended up, Amber Barunda ended up with 4 kills for Lovington, and Myra Castro had an ace as well, and Riley Dunlap had a kill.
So, really, the Cats can take something out of this. First time out for the season. First time out in over a year. So some things to build on. There's going to be some rust. Obviously, Clovis played last night. So a little bit of an advantage for them there. But some things for Coach Stockton and her staff now to build on as we get ready for Thursday night in Eunice against the Eunice Lady Cardinals.
Definitely. So you're scoring again. Clovis winning in straight sets, 25-10, 25-12, and 25-12. Lovington JV also falling to Clovis tonight, 2-0. But the Lovington Lady Cats, I think, just happy to be playing, and they know that that this was a great test for them. First game out, and they know that they can definitely get to Eunice and build on what they did here tonight for sure.
Well, they certainly can, and we should be on the air and on these streams. We'll be on the Lovington Wild. I'm going to get this right before I too much behind the scenes today. On the Lovington Sports Channel on YouTube, please give us a subscription. We would certainly appreciate that. So Lovington Sports, it is a channel on YouTube. Give us a subscription to that. Also on HobbsAmerica.com. We'll also link it through our various station apps. But on the YouTube channel, please give us a subscription. We would appreciate that. So about 6 o'clock Thursday night, that is the plan from Eunice, as we will be back for more Lovington Lady Cat volleyball right here on the Lovington Sports Channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So final thoughts on this one, Dawn?
Well, I think head coach Savannah Stockton will be proud of what her Lady Cats came out and did tonight against Clovis. Of course, during this season, it's not about matching up the schools in their own divisions. It's about geography because of COVID-19. It's about playing teams that are close to you. And this is a good test for Lovington coming up against, a division classification up. And Clovis always tough in all sports. So this was a good learning experience for the Lovington Lady Cats. And they'll be able to be that much stronger when they go up against Eunice at Eunice on Thursday night. And we will have that for you right here. We've enjoyed being here. We thank the folks at Rock Staubus Gym, and we also thank Lovington Athletic Director Robert Ariola for all his help and support. And we certainly thank you for listening and for giving us a chance to come through with video and or audio on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Video and audio, and we got to do that because of Clovis decided late this morning that they would allow us to video stream, so thanks to Coach Bach and the Clovis Municipal Schools for that.
This was a first for us. This was my first volleyball game to call. This was our first sports game to have on our video stream, and this was our first COVID in COVID world, our first athletic competition to bring you in COVID world. So a lot of firsts tonight. Thanks for being with us again. Lovington falling to Clovis in this volleyball game tonight, but we'll be back and ready for you on the air on Thursday
night, 6 p.m. Lovington Lady Cat Volleyball has proudly been presented by Bob's Thriftway, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Lovington Auto Supply, get the Napa know-how, General Welding, the First American Bank of Lovington, Lovington Schools, Knoll Pharmacy, and Devon Energy. For Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Clovis. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.